I didn't plan that well, did I? I'm sitting here playing, you know, fixing up myself, looking around the room. Hello all, it's Mary from Wow Crochet Designs. Excuse me, coming to you with a Friday live. Let me have a drink. I got caught off guard. It's made me stress. Cheers. All right, so I did get caught off guard. We look like we're having some connection issues. Oh dear, are we having connection issues, guys? We certainly look like it. Now this, every day, every time I do a live, I've got to play with this. And you know what? I've lost my pen. She's doing well already this morning. What have I done with my pen? Hello, anyone? Welcome for those of you who are on the live already. Make sure you do live chat. Hello, Corrine. Hello, Fluffy Kitten. Corrine, looks like that message has come up before. Went up at 9:39. How about that? Well, hello, everyone. We are back for another live. This is a good live. This is the one to be on. We're doing live antics today. Very exciting. I'm stressing because I can't find a pen. I need to grab that. Just bear with me, guys. That'll teach me. I need to grab the pen. Give me 1 second. Just talk amongst yourselves, you know, try to be good. That'll teach me. Hello. I'm back. So it's Christmas SA. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, Raylene. I found a pen. Actually, I took it in the other room because I was marking off the pattern for the vest. So we're going to be talking. We really are having some connection issues. Is it just me, guys, or can you see the connection issues? Maybe it's that door. Let me go and play with that door a little bit. Good morning, Margaret. Lovely to have you here. Let me have a look. Oh, hello. Excuse me. Put that there. Hello, everyone. I'm coming. Just so unorganized today. Are you all laughing at me today? Well, that didn't fix the connection issues. Has everybody else, can anyone else see the connection issues, or is it just me? All okay there? Oh, it might just be my end. Okay, well, that's all right. It's just my end. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's good. We have some connection issues here, but it's all good. Hi, Carmen. Lovely to have you here. This is a very good live to be on, guys. This is very exciting. Except I don't know what I've done with my hat. I did bring it down, but it's gone. Hello. Excuse me. She can't get anything right today. This is hilarious. Look, don't worry about it. We'll put it in something else. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's the hat. This is hilarious. I'm working up a sweat, guys. All this running around. And I've even forgotten the scissors, but we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to cut them with my hands. I'm going to rip the names off my hands. We need the hat today, guys, because if you are new to our channel, firstly, welcome. I'm not usually this unorganized. Well, sometimes I am, but not usually like this. This is out of control. Nothing went right this morning. And I was on time. I did a full makeover again, guys. A full makeover again. So I was on time this morning. What are the chances? But I hope everyone is well. And we are doing live antics. That's what the mad rush is. Live antics is where we choose a name from the live. We pop them in the hat. We shuffle them around. And we pick out a name. And that name of that person that I pick out gets to choose the color combination of our very next tutorial. Look how excited I am. And then their name actually gets called out in the tutorial, as well as being the subscriber to choose the color combination. I do apologize for the planes. I can't help that. It's always busy between 9 and I think 3 in the afternoon. You don't hear it during the recording because you might hear some blankness in the background. That's me blanking out the plane noises. We live a little bit close to the airport. Not extremely close, but close enough for the trains to go by. I'm sorry, let's try planes and trains. Yes, and freeway traffic. I'm surprised you can't hear all of that. There is the odd occasion that in the middle of a tutorial, I will hear beep, beep, beep. That's the train making 3 noises. So that usually happens in the middle of tutorial. Hi everyone, trying again. Oh, hi Green Butterfly, you had trouble logging in. Well, I noticed that I'm having a few issues here, and I got a funny feeling it's because here in Melbourne, today is the last day of the school holidays. All the young ones are back on Monday. Not all of them. I think some of the high schools are different times. It doesn't matter. In some states we're different. But here in Melbourne, there's a lot of things happening today for the school holidays, which means Pipeworks will probably be very busy this weekend as well. Reminded myself I better ring the lady from Pipeworks. She rang yesterday and I forgot to ring her back. She must think, oh, what a cow. What a moo-moo. All right, so we are having live antics today. That's one thing we are doing today. We're going to talk about the vest, and I'm fingers crossed that it will be complete. I'm not saying it will be complete. I'm saying part 2. The back, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, will be complete today. And if not, I'm sorry. But I will show you the vest real quickly because I know you've been wanting to see it. Cara, hello, Cara. You sound new to our live. Welcome, Cara. If you're not new, I apologize, but if you are new, welcome. And I'm just getting really itchy already, so I'm just going to use a tissue, otherwise it's going to take off all the makeup that I put on, which I put a lot on today. Well, it really is packed on, isn't it? I don't even wear this much when I go out. All right, so I'm going to show you the vest real quickly. What I'm going to show you is not the vest in general, just 3/4 of the back, because 3/4 of the back is done. All right, so I'm going to show you that. Now, don't look at the sleeve much because we are popping a ribbed edge around the sleeve and a ribbed edge in front. Yes, I'm new. Thank you for welcoming me. Oh, that's great, Carol. We are a great bunch of crocheters, crazy ladies here. But you know what? It's all in fun, and sometimes we're naughty and sometimes we end up in that little corner there. It's called the naughty corner. That's where the naughty people go. And when the bad people come on, we just block them and, you know, we send them on, you know, send them packing. But otherwise, actually, fingers crossed, we haven't seen one for a while. Fingers crossed, they never come back. But you never know. All right, so this is 3/4 of the back of the vest. So that's the armhole. Now, my armhole is very deep because we are going to be putting a border of, I don't know, maybe we'll do doubles, maybe we'll do half doubles, front post, back post, because we usually do the other rib where it's single crochet across, chain 1, turn, a single crochet and back loops. We usually do that and slip stitch up, and a lot of people find that really difficult. So I thought we always do that one, always. Now, if you wanted to see that one, I will leave a little link on that video, that tutorial, when we're ready to do it, to tell you if you want to try the other ribbing, then you can head off and try the other ribbing. Yeah, but we are going to be doing the front post, back post ribbing. That's 3/4 of my back. Remember, this is the back, not the front, so it's going to look a little different. Yeah, so now I have to do about another 4 more rows, I think, and then I start the open part, and it's recorded right up to the 4th row. So you don't have to worry about this now. That's nothing for you to worry about, but it's recorded to there. So the rest of the recording is just this part here I have to do, and then the back is ready to go up. Now, I'm hoping that I think I can. I'm like that little train that could. I think I can. I know I can get it organized by the end of the day. But if I don't, I will leave a notification here. I'm pretty sure I can. Maybe. There's no photo of it yet. So maybe I might fold this like in 3/4 and just take a side photo to give you an almost glimpse of what the top will look like. Like not a complete glimpse of it. And I might do that early just in case I do finish the vest by 8 o'clock tonight and I can pop it up tonight and then it's done. But if I can't, then my apologies. All right, but I'm pretty sure I can. You know, when you know you can. I know the rest of it's all edited and ready to go. I've even added the music to the part that I've edited, which I don't usually do until the very end. But I've added it anyway because I know I'm not going to change any more of that front part of the tutorial. Just the last 15 minutes, which will be that part there that you see, that ending. So that, oh, but actually I wanted to show you the vest again because I want to show you those buttons. Remember the buttons I told you about that I thought would look better on the vest. I really do think it would look better. I'll put all the 3 buttons together. I'm really thinking I'm going to use that button. Seriously. Actually, I'll do one at a time so you can have a look at the difference. That's the button that I like, which is kind of wooden. It's got some orange in it. It's got a little tinge of brown. I don't know if you can see it. Let's try there. I'm trying to find the best lighting. No, there's too much light. Oh, I've lost it. We've got another one. It's all right. I'll pick that up after the live. I'm going to remember to pick it up. Actually, that's not bad, the lighting right there. Yeah, and no matter where you put it on the vest, it suits, right? I've got the wrong side for starters anyway. And I don't usually use my thread in the middle of the vest. It's the back, by the way. I am with this because I'm hoping that I've got enough thread to make the vest. So I'm stress thinking I was going to leave half of the row undone and then add the thread on the other end of the row. But I'm stress thinking I'm not going to make it. I think I will. All of a sudden my sizes, we won't even go there with size. So that's the button. That's that one there. And I'll show you this one, the heart button, which is, oh, I don't know if I can show you. And the heart button has 2 sizes, 2 sides. There's one side, or you can use that side. It's too dark, that side. But that's the heart button. And then there's this one here, which is very shiny. Shiny, happy buttons. Yeah, so it's very shiny, all right? But I'm thinking I will probably go with this one here. So no matter what I do, I will take the measurements and I'll make the buttonhole to suit those measurements. Then I will give you a little bit of an adjustment to your measurement. If you decide to use a smaller buttonhole, I'll say, right, do 1 stitch less. If you decide to use a larger buttonhole, then I'll say do 1 stitch more. Raylene likes number 1. Me too. That's the first thing when I saw those buttons. And I was only looking for the buttons for the other lady that came in to purchase the blue jacket, the shrug that we made on the channel. And I found those and thought that would be perfect for the vest. And I think I shouted that way too. Thanks, Margaret. Thanks, Margaret. Thanks, Raylene. Interesting colours in the yarn. Well, green, this yarn was made by Roz from Passion Flower. Now, if you didn't know who Passion Flower is, I've left, well, I haven't, but I will leave a link. Let me write it down because I'll forget. A link to Passion Flower's yarn in a description box down below after the live. Your choice is the best. Thank you, Anne. I really did think it was. When I first saw it, I thought, I'm going to put those other buttons aside. I think I'm going to use this one, and I really am. You like the first one too. So everyone likes the first one. You guys were the ones that helped me choose the yarn for the vest. And I remember everyone choosing that yarn. Everyone on that live chose that yarn, which was fantastic because I would have chosen it too. So let's see how that goes. I'll put link for Roz in the live after the live. All right. The other thing we're doing today, as I've mentioned, hi Sherry, lovely to have you here, is we are doing live antics. I have 3 colours. Even though one colour kind of looks almost the same, it's not, and I'll explain why it's different. But I have 3 different colours, and all I want you to do is to choose one. Just one. Who said I remember? Elaine. Thank you, Elaine. Hi, Elaine. I don't remember saying hello, darling. Hello. Did I miss anybody else? I hope I haven't missed anybody else. Oh, I'm so sorry, Elaine, but I do love you. So yes, the 3 colours. We only need 1, and we're not going to use all of it. We're going to use only very little of it. And it's going to be, I'm not going to tell you what the project is because it's fun to find out later. But it's going to be a project that you can actually add something to make it a gift idea. Something that's nothing to do with crochet. What? And no, I don't think it'll be a kiss lock purse. No, not that. And it won't be a bag. But you might add something to it. In fact, we could do 2 items in that tutorial to help you add that second item, to help you add the 3rd item if you wanted to. You didn't have to. You wouldn't even need to. You could just fold this thing up. Oh, what? So we're getting somewhere. Oh, I'm sorry, Selma. Hello, Selma. Oh, well, very lovely to have you here. Selma, you also sound very new. Lovely to have you in our live. Now, Selma and Cara, was it? You guys don't know about Live Antics. Live Antics is where I show yarn and all the names on the live get popped into a hat, and then we pull your name out of the hat, and you get to choose the color combination of that yarn, from that yarn. So we have 3 today, and you get to choose one of them. Okay, 1 out of those 3 skeins of yarn will be on our next project next week. Very exciting. Very exciting. All right, so what I'm going to do, I don't know where all the little bits of paper have gone because we haven't done live antics for like 100 years. I think it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We'll just call it 100 years. All right, so I would like for everyone to say me if you want your name to go in the hat. All right, just the letters M-E if you want your name to go in the hat. Now, I know it doesn't matter if you've done one this year. We're starting again. Me, Fluffy's already said it. I'm putting Fluffy's name in the hat. I just did it in red. Hello. No one's going to see that. Yvonne, Fluffy. Let's write them. Fluffy. Yvonne. I spelled Yvonne wrong. Don't worry about it. Nobody will know. Carmen, Margaret. Oh, everybody wants to be a part of it. This is fantastic. I love it when I get people to be a part of it. Remember, your name will be mentioned in the tutorial. Yeah. All right. So we've got Carmen. Oh, I've missed names. Carmen, Margaret. Oh, you have a big name, Margaret. Just stress me out. Corrine. Now, it doesn't matter if you've done one before. We are starting fresh again. Green definitely wants to be in it. We wonder what green we'll choose. Actually, I don't know if I've got any green in that green. And definitely wants to be in it as well. Oh, we've got full house today. Raylene and Selma, lovely new Ray. Selma is in it. That's fantastic. We love the newbies. We love the oldies. We love everybody. And I'm one of the oldies, Selma, but we won't go there, yeah? Selma wants to be in it. That's fantastic. Any other names I've missed? Pamela, we'll put your name in the hat because I know you would want to be a part of it. This is Live Antics, Pamela, by the way. Lovely to have you here. We're not going to pull the name out right yet because people are still getting on. So we're going to pull that name out very soon. Look at the list I've got. So I'm going to pull the name out. I'm going to show you your name as I pop them in the hat because that's what I do. Jeanette, hi, I'm new from West Virginia. Jeanette, hello. We've got a couple of newbies on today. This is fantastic. Cara wants to be in it. Fantastic. Cara's also one of our newbies today. Jeanette, if you want to be part of what we're doing today, we pop names in a hat. We call a name out. The person we call out gets to choose the color combination of our very next tutorial on the channel. This is so exciting. I love doing this. It's one of the things that I introduced a long time ago that I don't think I'm ever going to unintroduce it. Does that make any sense? Or take it off, that kind of thing. So welcome to the newbies. Fantastic. Welcome to the newbies. So if, Jeanette, you would like to be a part of that, your name will be mentioned in the tutorial as well. So if you don't want your name mentioned, then you can't do Live Antics because then your name will be definitely mentioned in the tutorial. And if you've seen any of my tutorials, which I have, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe I have over 900 tutorials. What? Actually, no, that's not true. I have 900 videos uploaded. Not all of them are tutorials. You'd love to. Jeanette, let's pop your name in there. Now, I've got to be careful. We've got another Jeanette that comes on, but I'll put Jeanette E, if that's all right. She hasn't been on for a while, the other Jeanette, but if she comes on, I don't want to confuse you. So I'll put Jeanette E, if that's all right with you, darling. Another lady from West Virginia. Oh, they're from everywhere. Now, I really should have brought the scissors in. Look at that. Don't you love it? So this is what it's going to look like. Are you ready? Oh, my gosh. First name. Fluffy, let's pop Fluffy in the hat. We're going to be here all day. Fluffy's in the hat. We're going to be here all day if I do it this way, which I have to do it this way, because I want everyone to see their names go in the hat. It's so much more fun that way. You get to see your name. Yvonne, please, I hope that spelling's not too bad, but Yvonne, you're in the hat. Yvonne's in the hat. Yvonne, get out of the hat. What are you doing in my hat? These names are really getting smaller. Look how small they're going. I didn't leave enough space between them all. Oh, dear. What are you going to do with me, everyone? What are you going to do? All right, Carmen, you are in the hat. Carmen, get out of my hat. We're going to do it with all the subscribers now. Everyone, get out of my hat. Well, I was going to get a bowl, like a plastic bowl. That would be more fun. How often you go live on YouTube? Well, to be fair, Cara, I don't usually do Friday mornings live. We're doing this just because I'm doing some markets on the weekend, which this weekend will be my last weekend. So what I do is I do Wednesday afternoons at 4 p.m. That's Melbourne, Australia time. Marry that up with your country. And Saturday mornings usually at 10 a.m. Again, Melbourne, Australia time. Marry that up with your country. Now, this is Margaret. Today's a different kind of a live. We don't usually do Fridays lives, but every Saturday morning we do the live antics, which we stop for a while. Mary, get in the corner. Oh, I've just been sent to the corner because for some reason I think I'm naughty. I don't remember being naughty. I thought I was a good girl. Corrine, I was going to put your name in the hat without telling you. Corrine is in the hat. Everybody get out of the hat. Hey, this one's really big. I left the space between Green and Anne. A big space. So Green, you're in the hat. Green is in the green hat. Pardon the pun. She's so naughty. She's absolute. What is wrong with her today, everyone say? I am a little bit off today, guys. I don't know. Not bad off. Like, you should see what I've done to poor Anne's name. All these scissors I've got in the house. Anne, you're in the hat. And I don't, Raylene, part of your name's been chopped. I didn't even spell your name right. But since it's only me reading the names, it doesn't really matter. And I didn't leave enough space, but look at yours. Yours has been eaten. There must have been a mouse in the house. Raylene, you're in the hat. All right, Selma. Selma, you're next, honey. Well, the newbies are saying, this lady's crazy. It doesn't matter. It's good to be different. Selma, you're in the hat. Oh, this is a lot of fun. Did we get anybody else new on, or is everybody the same? I mutilated Anne. It's all right, Anne. Yvonne popped me in the corner because I was so naughty, so Yvonne's looked after you. What about Pamela? She's missing half a P. And Pamela, you're in the hat with half a P. I'm the only R. You are the only R. Oh. All right, here we go. We're nearly done. Unless somebody else pops on. Cara. Our brand newbie noobs. You're in the hat. Cara, get out of my hat. Jeanette E. This is it. That's the last one. Unless somebody else gets in. Jeanette the newbie is also in the hat. We're Middle and Frank. Oh, no, well, Middle usually comes in on a Friday. I haven't seen her come in yet. We're not going to pull the names out straight away, so maybe they'll come on. And she chopped off my head. Next time I'll bring the scissors in. I used to have a big pair of scissors here, and they've gone missing like everything else. All right, so that's our names are in the hats, ready to go. We're going to hold off on it for a few minutes in case a couple of more subscribers get on. It's only been 23 minutes that we've been on our live. We will call the name out very soon, but if you pop off the live, I have to recall the name. So you have to let me know when you're leaving. Just say I'm going, and then I'll say I'm sorry. Your name comes out, I can't call you. So hang on for about another 10 minutes at least, I think, guys. I think until we get to 30 minutes, that should be okay. How is the market stall going? Let's talk real quickly about the stalls. Now, for those of you who didn't arrive on Wednesday's live, you didn't hear about it. Last weekend was a little bit better. However, I know that it wasn't going to be an overly busy stall, being the fact that the market is new. It needs time to build up a little bit. Mind you, I tell you what, the Sundays are chaos. People are everywhere. So Sundays is a very busy day. Saturdays is busy too, but Sundays really takes over. And this weekend's was I think it was a lot busier for me because I bought the prices. I didn't bring the prices down. I put a discount of 20%. Now that discount, I did it very late anyway in the weekend, but that discount is going to remain for this weekend. So if you are a Melbourneian and you head over to 5 Dunstans Court, Thomastown, this weekend, and you go to F17. I'm still there, I hope. I hope they've left me there. And you go to F17, I will be there. And you can come over to the table. And if you mention your name, you get a further 10% off the already 20% price. What? But you have to say, I'm a subscriber from your channel to get that discount. Raylene says, see you Sunday. Raylene's coming on Sunday. Very exciting. So that's Raylene coming in. If anybody else is going to come in, just heads up, Raylene, if you come in on Sunday between 11 and 2, the traffic is chaos going down that court. Just heads up there. Thought I'd give you the time so you know how that's the busiest time, right? And I know we had a brother-in-law arrive there. I think it was the first Sunday. It was the first Sunday, and he said he couldn't get down the street, and that was around lunchtime-ish on the Sunday. He got down there eventually, but it was bumper to bumper, which is really unusual because there's plenty of parking. So I don't know, people are just driving slower. You'll be there 8:39. I'll be sleeping, honey. No, I won't. I'll definitely be there by 8 o'clock. We have to be ready by 8 o'clock for opening of the doors anyways. We're usually pretty ready. Sunday, we're kind of more relaxed, I think, because a lot of the stock gets left overnight. They have security there, and a lot of the stock gets left overnight. Okay. Oh, Kiki's in. Hi. I wish I'm working this weekend. Totally could have just popped in. Oh, wouldn't it have been nice, Kiki? Would be lovely to see you. You and I together, we'd be in so much trouble if we hung out. You know that. Kiki Mary is playing Queen, chopping heads. Off with the head. Give her the royal treatment. Oh, don't do that. Pamela, I'll cry. I'm just jumping into my private jet. Come, Yvonne, bring the private jet right down into the actual venue. You can't go in the venue with it, but you can pop outside. Actually, there's plenty of space outside. You can actually pop, I reckon you can pop a private jet there. I really do. I mean, if Mary has an axe, I'm not going to stand in. Thanks, Kiki. Kiki, I'm going to pop your name in. We're doing live antics today. Who has joined and does not have their name in the little green hat? Yvonne, can you pick me up? Everybody wants to lift from Yvonne now because she's got her private jet. Kiki, I'm writing your name down, and your name is going in the hat. We are letting everyone do live antics today. There's no thing saying, there's no rule saying you've done one already. Only put my name in if pink. Yeah, there is pink. Pink is an option. Sort of pinks. Oh, she can't stop talking. Kiki's name, you're in the hat. Sure can, Elaine. Oh, look at Yvonne. Oh, Yvonne, pick me up on the way. Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to be there, aren't I? Oh. Sherry, I don't have your name in there. Let's pop your name in the hat as well. Excuse me, Mary, get it right. I might put Sherry B because I think there's another Sherry that gets on with an SH. And I'll get confused, you know me, because I'm a little bit on the slow side. What? She's a good girl. Look at the B. It's not even a capital B, Sherry. Let's pop your name in there. You don't get a capital B for your last name. No capital B for you. All right. So we've got all the names in the hat. It's almost 30 minutes gone. I don't know when we do it. Do we wait? Yes, Sherry Kathy, that's right. I do remember. I do sometimes. So Pipeworks, yes, it was busy last weekend. I hope it to be even busier this weekend, but that will be it for me at the market. I won't be doing a market there again, not permanently, but like for a while now. And if I do decide to do a market anywhere, it would be just a Sunday only. I won't be taking our Saturday mornings live. I'll even go and get Franca and Middle all the way from the UK and in Canada. One's in Canada, one's in the UK. Cheers, everyone. I need a drink. Cheers. It's water, but for some reason, I really feel like it today. I feel very dehydrated today. I don't know why. I think the heater's up a bit warm today. Oh, thanks, Kiki. You can imagine you and me together, Kiki. We would have so much fun. Franca and Middle are in Canada, right? No, Franca's in the UK, Middle's in Canada. And one day I'm gonna surprise Middle over in Canada. I'm gonna get a passport and I'm gonna vroom right over to Canada. And I'm gonna be outside her door and I'm gonna, here I And she's going to say, who are you? I look different close up. I know I look a little different, yes, as we all do. Yvonne, I'm on my way between them. Oh, on the way between. You're going to sit in the middle, and then she can just like, oh, if we could just live that way, wouldn't that be fun, hun? Yvonne, you would have to leave the country, don't you? You're from here, aren't you, Yvonne? You're from Perth, aren't you? In Australia. But your private jet would go well all the way to Victoria. I'm sure we'll find some space at the back of the market for you. So as I was saying, it probably will be my last market for a long time. I may do the Sundays one-off here and there, not always at Pipeworks either. They're not the only market in the world, you know. There are other markets around. I did Pipeworks. I'm glad I did it. I met a lot of new people, made a few friends, made a few enemies. No, I didn't. But there were some nasties. I'm telling you, there were a couple of nasties that came up. One lady comes up to me and says, how can you charge so much for this beanie? I said, I know, but 3/4 of the table is free on YouTube. Go for it. You can make your own. And she just looked at me. I said, if you don't want to pay for my beanie, 3/4 of the table. We've got 2 tables there. We've got a full table of all our YouTube tutorial items that I'm selling just to get rid of them, and 1/4 of the table of the next one of our YouTube items that I'm getting rid of. And that's not even all our YouTube items. So there you go. That was my glasses that fell. The hat fell and the glasses fell. And she just looked at me. She went... But I couldn't help myself. And she says, I give these beanies away for free. I said, you know what? For 7 years I've been giving stuff away for free on YouTube. Isn't it great? And I was laughing, big smile on my face. And she's like, she was going to, but I got sick of hearing people say, oh, that's expensive. Well, that's expensive. And I thought, you know what? I know my worth. It's expensive because I spend hours making those products. But these ladies were not that kind. If you think something is expensive, you just walk off. You don't go into Kmart or into Myers and say, I'm sorry, but your products are too expensive. Bring them down. They're not going to do that for you. They're a professional store. You can't bargain with the store. However, I did say you can bargain with me. And I said to her, give me a price. And she walked off. She was so angry at me for telling her how free everything was. She was so, but there was a few of them. There was quite a few nasties. But I think the problem is a lot of people assume that markets are there just to give secondhand stuff away. It doesn't work that way. I've met some professional store holders that make some expensive gear, and they are there specifically, like me, to make sure that they show their business and how important their business is, how they're not just a little cheap, let's get rid of all our secondhand gear type of people. But there are some of those stores there. I'm sure there are. I haven't looked around. Last weekend, I didn't look around, to be fair. I just went and purchased the 2 items that I needed. That was the weekend before, by the way, even. It wasn't even last weekend. Last weekend, I just went to the little cake shop that was right next door. But I don't think they're going to be there this week. I believe they're moving their cake stand somewhere else, which was probably a good thing. Because for some reason, like these cannolis and these like tubes with jam and cream, they just flew into my mouth, but I don't know who put them there. It wasn't me. You tell Mary, that's right, Elaine. Our worth is very important. We spend hours doing what we do. And I saw, you know what I saw there? A lady was selling her blanket for $25. What? You can't even get the yarn for that. She's paying people to take her blanket. Mind you, I do buy the expensive yarns, so it's probably even my fault, but not my fault. I do not buy the expensive yarn to bring a perfect product. Nobody takes into account the work it takes. Have you sold the kaleidoscope blanket? To be fair, no, I haven't. To be fair, what I did with my blankets, I just put them all up in a big pile so they can't actually see the blankets open up. One person asked me to see all the blankets open up, so I opened up each one, and she said, I'll think about it. She didn't come back. The only reason was she said we were a little bit expensive for her taste, and she probably would have gone and bought that $25 blanket, which was made with a little bit more cheaper yarn. I believe I'll just call it acrylic. I'm not going to name the yarn because I don't want to shame the yarn. It's already shamed. But it's a cheaper acrylic yarn here in Australia, and she still would not have made her money back even for the yarn. She wouldn't have. I calculated the size of her blanket and how much she would need for that blanket. She would not have made her money back, which is very sad. Very, very sad. Have you sold the clam? Don't get me started again. You know how I feel. Yeah, I know. And I have a funny feeling, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute too, which is very interesting. If you don't, could I buy it? Oh, you want to buy it, Yvonne? Well, I tell you what, after the market, I wasn't going to mention it, but I'll do it now because we're on that subject. Remember how I said all this is going to change? Well, I'm going to have all of the products, get this, and they're not going to fit all here. That's how many I have that we've created on the channel sitting up on the shelf, and I'm going to be popping them in boxes and a kit, and then I'm going to say, okay, head off to my website. There's a price there. If you want to purchase it, message me privately and I'll give you a discount on that price as well. So I think that's one way that I could clear off all that stock. I've got them all in boxes. I don't use them. Like there's a few things that I've kept and I've used, as you do, yeah, especially clothing. I keep that. But a lot of stuff I don't use. So there you have it. I'm going to have a drink, guys. I'm choking here for some reason. Hi, honey. I'm in the chat. I'm in Wyndham Vale at the moment. Emergency visit. Wyndham Vale. Hi, crazy poppy lady. Wyndham Vale. That's not in Australia, is it? Is that in Melbourne? That's not in Melbourne. That's overseas, yeah? Unless you're spelling it wrong, because I think there is a Wyndham Vale here somewhere. Yes, cool. Well, Cozy Poppy Lady, we're popping everyone's name in a hat for live antics. Would you like let's start putting your name in anyway. I'll call you Poppy. I can't write that whole name out. It'll take me forever. Oh, there, Wyndham Vale. That's right, in Werribee. Oh, I thought that was in Melbourne, Wyndham Vale. Yeah. So, oh, okay. She's from Melbourne. Oh, that's cool. That's lovely to know. Yeah, Werribee, Melbourne, spelt wrong. That's right, I thought. Hello, all the way. Werribee's not that far from me, Poppy. Oh, very lovely to have you here. Are you new on our channel? Because I don't think I've seen you on the live before. What are you crocheting today? Cara, we're going to talk about that in a minute. We have a Wyndham over there. Yvonne over in Perth. Poppy, there's your name, honey. We're going to pop your name in the hat. What we do, if you don't want it in there, tell me and I'll take it out. We have some yarn on the table. I will show you the yarn. No, I won't. I'll pull the name out of a hat. Then I'll show you the yarn. And the person whose name gets pulled out of the hat gets to choose the colour combination of the very next tutorial. Only visiting. I'm in the UK. Normally, oh, Poppy. Lovely to have you here in Melbourne. Oh, only visiting. Come to Pipeworks. Come to Pipeworks on Sunday. Werribee's not that far. You take the freeway. Oh, it is. It's kind of like I think it's about a 40-minute drive. It's not that far. Not really. 45 maybe. Trying to think how far Werribee is from us. And then I'm trying to calculate the extra 20 minutes. It's about 15 to 20 minutes from me where I get to Thomastown. So just add that on from the Glenroy exit. Off Baskerville Road Freeway. I think everyone knows where I live, you know, as if everyone knows, but they don't. But anyway, so are we ready to call the name out? I'm missing Franca and Middle, but we can't wait anymore. I think we need to call our name out. It is far drive for me. Is it far? Okay. All right. So I tell you what, we're going to talk about, like, who asked me before? Was it Cara? Said, what are we crocheting today? Cara, I'm working on the vest today, and I might actually sit here and work on that in a minute. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yvonne says yes. It is a far drive for me, says Elaine. Elaine, where are you from? You're from overseas, aren't you? Not from Melbourne. Oh, are you? You're not from Melbourne. No. Are you? Anyway, I think, shall we call the names out? Are we, ready to call these names out? Shall we do it now or shall we wait? What do you want to do? Because I don't care for me. I'm happy to wait. I'm happy to call the names out. I'll be playing with them. Let's just do this. Wee. Wee. It's raining names. Yvonne says yes. We'll call the names out. US. She's from the US. Yvonne's from the US. It's a little bit of a drive for you, Elaine. Imagine driving. Hey, I heard on the news, don't get me wrong, I heard on the news literally just this week, they were saying that in 2025, we're going to have, are you ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this. I wasn't ready when I heard it. Only short distances, flying cars. They are going to start flying around 2025. They said short distances. I didn't bring that out. It was on the news. I'm working on a blanket for mother-in-law using Fella Baby. I got it from Spotty yesterday. Fella Baby. I've never heard of that one. Outlet Oceans Away. Yes. Give me some yeses if you want me to do this now. Or shall we wait a bit more for anyone else to come on? I don't think they're going to come on. George Jetson. Yes. Everyone's saying yes. Let's do it. Shall we do it? All right, let's give it a bit of a shake. We're going to call a name out. Are we ready? 3, 2, and 1. And away we go. Let's pull out a name. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the Jetsons. The Jetsons in their little plane. I know what you're talking about. You know the Jetsons? I remember the Jetsons. Oh, guess what? Cara, the new lady in Cara's name. That's very messy handwriting. I do apologize. But Cara's name has been called out. Congratulations, Cara. You are going to get to choose the color combination of our very next tutorial. Yay! I have 3 colors here, which I'm going to show you. And in fact, I'm using the Karen cakes. Yay! There they are. I know they almost look the same, but they're not. This color is different. This has got some like a beigey color in it. That's white with some pinks. And there's your pinks. So Cara, I'm giving you a choice. You need to choose one color, and we are going to use that color combination on the channel. Bella Baby, I gotcha. Baby Wonder 8 ply, gotcha. 60 acrylic and 40 nylon, yes. $5.10. Oh wow, on sale. Okay. All right. Cara says white with pink. Oh, you mean the middle one? You mean that one? No, you mean this one here. I'm confused, darling. This one here. Oh, well, let's name them. Number them. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me which one. 1, 2, or 3. Tell me which one you mean, darling, because there's pink in all of them. Which one do you mean? I do, Elaine. I thought we would be living like that by now. The third one. Thank you, Cara. This one here. Is that one to mean? Is that the one you mean? Is it, Cara? Let's confirm. I do like this. It's very nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. Very nice. Yes, thank you, Cara. Yay, Cara, one of our very new subscribers on the live today. Very excited. Actually, are you a new subscriber or are you just new on the live? Let's pop your name down before I forget, because by next week I'll probably forget. So, Cara, a new subscriber. I don't need to put that in, but anyway. There was a message held for review. Why am I holding it for review? Pink is my favorite color. Hang on, why am I holding that for review? I don't know why. Let's bring it out. Okay, another moderator just handled this. Okay, there's another moderator. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's go like that. Well, it's not letting me do it. Okay, I don't know. Something's wrong here. But anyway, there we go. Never mind. Can you say the names of the yarn? I will. The names of this yarn is called Karen Cotton Cakes. And it looks like that. And this color is called, it should have the color on it. Give me one moment. It's called Blushing. Excuse me. Let me get this out. Excuse me. Blushing Melon. All right. So it is Karen Cotton Cakes. Blushing Melon. So there you go. Let's get rid of that. We don't want that up there. People messaging me through my live. How dare they? So yeah, Karen Cotton Cakes, Blushing, what I say, Melon. All right, I'm going to write that down or I'll forget. Karen, because I have quite a few Karens in stock. cotton cakes, blushing, melon. This tutorial will probably go out either Thursday or Friday of next week. I haven't decided yet. If it doesn't go out next week, it'll go out the week after, but more likely this Friday week, in other words, put it that way. But we are still focusing only on the vest and this small tutorial. That is all you'll get next week. Vest, vest, vest. You'll get part 2 of the vest today, which is the back, and then you will get part 3 of the vest, which is the front, on Thursday. Tuesday, I'm going to do a video vlog, which will be explaining my new backdrop. All right, so that's how next week's going to work. I wasn't going to talk about that until the end of the live, but I said it now, so it doesn't really matter. It just came out by accident, but that's all right. If you head over to Pipeworks this weekend, you'll also have a choice to purchase some of these. Now, if they don't all sell this weekend, these are bag handles. If they don't all sell these this weekend, then I will have them on sale on the website. What doesn't sell, I will have on sale on the website. Hope to have them all up by Monday afternoon. Now, don't quote me on it. Some of them might take longer to go up, but most of them will go up on by Monday afternoon. And then Tuesday morning, I will do a live, not a live, let's try that again. I will do a video vlog explaining what has gone up on the website. So if anybody wants to purchase something that they saw at the market but didn't buy it on that day and thought, well, I really would like to buy it, or people overseas or people interstate would like to purchase it, you will have that opportunity. If not, it will be sitting right behind me until you decide you want to buy it. And that's it. That's what's happening with the rest of Pipeworks gear. Now I didn't realize, well, I did know I had a lot of stock to go, but I didn't realize that 7 years of doing the recordings on the channel could have amounted to so much. So there you go. Yeah, I should have known better, you know. Because some of the items I use and some I don't. So that's the way it is. Oh, I've missed all the chat again. No, thank you to flying cars. It's worrying enough being died by seagulls. Oh, by seagulls, let alone flying cars. Yeah, I know, but they say it's coming out 2025. We don't have those small cakes here. Oh, really, Elaine? Oh, well, this is a 10 ply or an Aran weight or a number 4 weight yarn. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it's a 4 weight yarn. So any 4 weight cotton you have in stock will work. There's actually, you know what, you can use the 3 weight cotton if you like, and you can even use a chunky cotton for this pattern. That's going to show how simple and how versatile this pattern, this piece can be. Yeah. See, Mary, if Franca and Middle have been here, one of them would have won. Oh, that can happen. All right, so Nifty says, Elaine, yes, the Crazy Poppy Lady has a great channel. Well, I'll have to check that out, will I, Fluffy? I'll have to check. I think I remember checking that out a while back. That sort of rings a bell to me, but I'll write it down. Crazy Poppy Lady, and we'll check it out. I mean, you know, it's not going to hurt for me to check out. I don't mind checking out other people's channels. I do that all the time, and sometimes I even promote their channel in a in one of my video vlogs where I do a shout out. So there you go, and that can happen if I find a channel very intriguing. I will shout it out in one of my video vlogs. And since I'm doing a video vlog on Tuesday, well, maybe we'll see. I'll check it out amongst my very busy schedule. Or schedule if you are wanting to pronounce it the other way. I don't really care how it's pronounced as long as it's done. All right, so that's that. We've done our live antics. It's very exciting. Cara, look forward to hearing your name in the very next tutorial. Now, I don't use last names, so don't worry about that. But your first name will be mentioned in the tutorial. Excuse me, I'm getting hiccups now. Your first name will be mentioned in the post when I post the details of the tutorial on Instagram, Facebook, and here on our community board at Wow Crochet Designs on YouTube. So there you go. I meant ours are 240 grams Yeah, and 491 yards. What's this one? Let me get the glasses on. You're very lucky, 240 grams. Wow. This one here is only 100 grams, I think. I think it's 100. It's 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. It has, well, there's a touch in the glasses. Can you believe it? That's what happens when you put makeup on. Okay, it has approximately 211 yards in here, or 193 meters. We tend to work on meters here in Australia more than yards. Everything's bigger in the US. I know, right? I know, right? Every time I speak to everyone, oh, our scans are this, our scan. Why can't we get, although we do get, now we have to be fair, we do get Bendigo woolen mills at 200 grams per skein. And this one here actually does tell you the meterage, which is 300 meters. Not sure what that is in yards. Someone do the Dr. Google it. But there you go. Oh, yours is 449 meters. Wow. Bedazzly. That's fantastic. Yeah, our skeins aren't as big as the US, but I do prefer Bendigo's yarn because they make theirs in a 200 gram skein. So I do prefer that. Having said that, I use all types of yarn. You've seen me use all types of yarn on the channel. So yeah, small ones, big ones, round ones, some as big as my head, you know, that kind of thing. So there you go. All right, so Kara's name will be mentioned in that tutorial, so it's very exciting. We're finally back to doing live antics, which is very, very exciting. Now, live antics, as you know, will be done every Saturday again. So it starts from today, and then next Saturday we're going to go back to doing live antics again. In the UK, everything's smaller, more expensive. That's why I I shop in Spotty when I can, as it's cheaper for me, even with a low exchange rate. So do you, oh, you mean like, okay, I get you. So do you actually, when you're here, do you purchase like in bulk, like a kilo worth or something and get it sent to you? Or you just carry that yarn in your suitcase, which I would throw out all my clothes to put the yarn in, but that's me. I would wear all the cheap and nasty clothes, get there to whatever country it is, throw those clothes out the day that I'm ready to leave and pop in all the yarn. Or I would just pay for another suitcase. I don't know if you're allowed to. But there you go. That's what no, I wouldn't. Depends on the clothes. Well, I wouldn't wear my fancy crochet gear at all. If I have to throw them out, I would just keep wearing jumpers and more jumpers in the plane. When you get in the plane, you take them all off. So that would work. I emptied my walk-in closet to make room for yarn. I've got yarn in boxes. You know what they call our house here? My kids call our house wall-to-wall yarn. Like a supermarket. Come shop. Remember we talked about this once, that I should open up a supermarket just of yarn? Remember that? And people can just come with their trolleys and, you know. Remember we talked about that? Hey, don't rule it out. That sort of thing might happen. One never knows, you know. It can be like a mini Spotlight or a mini Lincrafty kind of thing. Spotlight's our larger chain here, guys. Lincraft is also quite large, but not as large as Spotlight. And I know that for a fact because they are closing all their stores. They are closing. I can't believe they closed the one in High Point City, which is the one that I go to. Not anymore. Not anymore. I bring over enough clothing for a week, then use my allowances for yarn. Those vacuum bags are messy. Oh, so that's great. The vacuum bags. I didn't even think of that. That could go down really well. I mean, yes. Yeah, just bring 1 week's worth of clothes. You can wash them. It's okay. That's what washing machines are for, yeah? Why everybody needs to spend 5 weeks holidaying and having to bring 5 weeks worth of clothes? No, you can wash them. They only just opened up a Lincraft. I was hoping to pop in there at Christmas. Lincraft is a lot cheaper than Spotlight. So, Kiki, if you do go, it is a lot cheaper than Spotlight. All right, so there you go. No, I haven't made it to then. I was hoping to pop in there at Christmas. Okay, gotcha. But the The actual cotton itself, this cotton here, you can get anywhere in Spotlight. I don't think you can buy this Karen Cakes in Lincraft. I haven't seen it in Lincraft. That doesn't mean anything. It means that I haven't been to a store that Lincraft had it in. I don't know. I have not seen it, so there you go. But you can get it in Spotlight here in Australia. I'm sure you can get it in some of the yarn stores, the smaller stores as well. The visit was not planned. Okay, I gotcha. 100% cotton. This one here is it 100%? No, I don't think it is. I'll check. I think it is. Maybe I'm wrong. It is, no, this one is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. Now, in some of the cotton in Spotty, you will have the same. The Spotty cotton that I like to use is Brighton. I'll give you one skein so you can have a look at it. This is the colour I like a lot. Actually, I like the green one too. I like them both. But this is the yarn I like to use. It's a little bit expensive to buy that in the 50-gram skein. It's cheap. It's not expensive. But if you're buying a few of these, you might find it a little bit more costly. That is what I thought. Now, so this cotton here is also 50% of cotton and 50% acrylic, which is the same cotton that you see me wearing here. That's 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. It's the same brand as this. All right. I just noticed that some of them aren't 50%. No, they're all 50%. Where's the other one? This one here, is that 50%? Yeah, it is. So they're all 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. All right. Now, funnily enough, I usually can't wear acrylic. I find it harsh. But this cotton is quite nice. The Bendigo, I was going to say. Spotlight also sell another cotton called Flinders. It's a little bit cheaper than this one. But this one is better. In my opinion, it works up better, I think. What's a 50%, 50%? The ply is 8 ply or a DK weight in this, or a 3 weight yarn overseas. Okay, so this is actually a DK weight. I only use this for clothing, but I'm sure, I tell a lie, I've used it for little projects that we've made on the channel. You know, I've used it for that. But usually I use it for clothing because, oh, nearly knocked the camera down, because I like this cotton a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So 50% acrylic, 50% cotton, that's what it means. It's half of it's cotton and half of it's made in acrylic. So if you can't use acrylic, then that's not good for you. If you can't use cotton, then that's not good for you. But the Aran is 4 weight, right? Yes, this one here is a 4 weight. It's a 4 weight, but the project that we're making, you can use a 3 weight, a 4 weight, a 5 weight. You can go right into your thicker yarns. It doesn't matter. So whatever yarn you have in stock, this project will work. There's no fancy size for this. What? Because it's a it's an item that you can use with something else. So I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to give it away. It's so much more fun to surprise people. So much more fun. She makes weird noises when she gets excited. I do that. I talk about myself in the third tense. I really do. I do it a lot, which is really not a good thing to do, apparently. Someone told me the other day. They're very naughty telling me that. Bad people. Okay, so you know what it is. When you leave the house, hence the word when you leave, because I never leave the house, yeah? So when you leave the house, it is likely you're going to meet some people that are a little bit grumpy. Not everybody is a happy, sweet, wonderful person. I learned that the hard way. Over the past 3 weeks, 99% of people that I have met have been wonderful. The lovely ladies sitting opposite me at Pipeworks Market, I love so much. There's one lady on the corner, she sells blankets. For the life of me, can't remember the name of the company, but I will. She is an absolute sweetheart. We call her Betty, and she's just an angel. And sometimes we make jokes. She and I always say things like, I'm going to make a little bra and you're going to wear it for me. I want you to show everybody the bra. I want you to do the catwalk up and down. And she just laughs at me. We have a bit of a giggle. We have a bit of fun. We're there all day staring at each other, so we may as well have a bit of fun with it. I do get a bit naughty. You might see me dancing. Raylene, the time that you come, you won't see me dancing because the dancing happens the music happens between 11 and 2. when it gets a bit cloudy. Actually, I think he starts at 10, the fella. He walks, you won't miss him. He's all brightly dressed in bright colours, big bright colours. He's got his fancy hat. His little machine blows bubbles. Kids are following him everywhere. And he's there every weekend without fail. He used to be at the market in the old days too, apparently. To be fair, I'm grumpy. I have to leave the house. I'm grumpy if I have to leave the house. I get you, Kiki. But these people were very nasty. Some people. I also talk about myself in the third person. She is called Poppy. Is happy all the time, unlike me. Oh, well, you know, I don't need to tell you how many people are inside this head. Some people that call that, you know, a little bit of a, you know, but that's okay. I don't mind being called crazy. Look, it wouldn't be the worst thing that I've been called. Oh, there's been some nasty names. How unfair people are. They're so nasty. It just makes me want to cry. No. Sometimes I laugh when people say something bad about me. I think it's a nervous laugh, that I find some of the remarks quite humorous. So I laugh and they get so grumpy and walk off. They snap at me. I don't care what people think of me. It's so sad to say that, isn't it? I will dance if I hear music in the supermarket that I like. You know, sometimes I put music on in the background. I'll dance to it while I'm shopping. You will have to get someone to video you and put it on YouTube. Oh, I don't think anybody really cares, Raylene. I would do it, but sadly, there's some things we can't record while we're there. Now, the reason is because legally, we're not allowed to put other people's faces up online, even if they allow us, which is fine, but we're not really allowed to record there. I can record down at the table. You've seen me do it before the store opens, but I'm not really allowed to record when the market's opened. That's all, which is weird because they can. I've seen them record tables after tables, people everywhere. I've seen faces and everything, but we're not allowed to do it. You're sounding like me, Aussie crazy twin. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I don't mind. Think you just volunteered yourself to do that, Raylene. You've just got to be careful, Kiki. There are some things you're not allowed to put on online when you're at places like that. Yeah. In the US, if you are in public, you are fair game. That's true, Elaine. But when I actually messaged the store and said, look, I'm a YouTuber, a well-established YouTuber. That's the word I use because I thought I'm not just someone who started YouTube 5 days ago. I've been here for a long time, right? And said, is there any possibility that I can do my lives there, an hour and a half worth of lives there while I'm there, an hour, whatever. And the fella says, no, you can't. You can't record anything live when we open the doors. Beforehand, you can do your 2-minute thing on your table, but you can't record anything live when we open the doors. That's their rule. It may not be a law, but that's their rule. So when you're there, you've got to follow by their rules. When you're outside of the building, down the street, and there's a massive festival going on, then yeah, sure, you can record what you like. But when you're indoors in their centre and they have that rule for YouTubers or anyone in general, I don't know if it's for everyone, but for me, he said, no, you can't. The fella said you can't record after 8 a.m, between 8 and 4, that is. So that was the end of that. So that's why I do that 2-minute live. I can do that. No one sees it. No one's there. It's just me and whoever else is in the room at the time. They shouldn't be there on my table anyway. So I always do that before they open the doors at Pipeworks. This way it doesn't affect anyone and there's no one being videoed. But they've got their own camera. There's a camera guy. I see him go around. He's real fast. He goes around like that. And you see faces, you see families, you see young ones, you see them all. So they've got their own, but you can't do it because that's the rule. I don't know. I'm a nerd. I follow the rules. Sometimes I'll break them. I break my own rules. That's fun. Oh, hang on. Won't be there at that time. No, Raylene, she won't be there during the time that the guy comes. You never know. He might start early, Raylene. You never know. How long are you staying, Raylene? You can always edit the video to blur everyone in the background. Yeah, I haven't been able to work that out, Kiki. I'm not that good on the camera. But I think it's law in their eyes. It's their law that I'm not allowed to do it. It's safer that way. They won't kick you out. Well, I'm leaving on Sunday anyway, but I wouldn't do anything to break the rules because at the end of the day, I wouldn't want someone coming into my place and breaking my rules. So, yeah, rules I don't follow. Well, I break my own rules. I do, especially when I say I won't go next door to that lady with the cakes and I won't buy her cannolis and I won't put them in my mouth. And that just happens, you know? Or depends on what's there. Yeah, it depends on what's there. Like on a Sunday, I find there's so many more stalls. So you're coming on just the right day. Saturday, a lot of people tend to not, there's still stalls there, but they tend to book more of a Sunday. There's people like me that booked both days all the time, so they're always going to be there. I won't be there. I'm just doing this to clear off my YouTube stash. But now that I've done some of it, I think, you know, I'm done. I don't want to lose my weekends. My weekends are real precious. I work all week. My weekends are precious, yeah. Coming to see you then to get donuts. Well, Raylene, the cake stand that was next to me, they actually said they were moving towards the back area where all the food is, which I'm not allowed to go to. She's not allowed to go to the food stand. That's good. Rule, break, cake, yum, yum. I know, right, Poppy, what do you do? She keeps eating the cake. I don't eat them. Someone throws them in my mouth and they land there. They just say, and it's there. Sometimes I pay them. Actually, all the times I pay them because I'm scared. I'm scared they're going to chase me around the place. So I pay them and then they throw cakes at me. It works well. And they always land in my mouth. They never miss. But I tell you what, I did try. Hopefully, Raylene, while you're there, there's a little Turkish food stand. She makes all cakes and biscuits and things and whatever else. I'll show you where it is when you come. If they're there, I'm fingers crossed that they're there. They sold a thing called Turkish fairy floss. Oh, it was to die for. Oh, it was to die for. I don't really like different cultured foods because I'm scared they're all going to put hot things in it and I can't take hot foods. I get really ill with hot food, so I don't like to taste other people's food because I'm scared of that. But when I saw the fairy floss, I said, nah, that won't be like ours. She says, nothing like ours, but it's very sweet. I thought, oh, let's try it. And I nearly died. It was so nice. So keep your eyes peeled for Turkish fairy floss. It doesn't look like our fairy floss, but it is it pink? It's kind of, oh, it's like a faint pink. It could be coming something like this color here. I'm trying to think of one. That one right there. That one in the middle there. It's not a pink. It's like, it's a faded pink. So it's more fadey than shady. I'm trying to make it rhyme. That's not working. But it's just to die for. I was this close to asking what she put in it, but then that would be breaking the rule. Yeah, they're telling me their cake, their recipe. Not going to give away their recipe, but it does melt in your mouth like fairy floss, but not. It's a little tiny bit more stringy, but it's not stringy. Oh, it's hard to. It really is hard to talk about. It's just. But I'm not allowed to have any more because the 17,000 kilos I put on this month alone, it's just unbelievable. I went to try that vest this morning. So I just had to add a few more rows, which means I have to change the fronts. Somebody got fat. We're talking 2 sizes in maybe a month and a half. I went up 2 sizes. What? Who does that? How does that happen? Not even one size. I measured myself, when was it, Thursday? Wednesday. I measured myself Wednesday before the live and went, this is why the vest is not working. I was so angry. Because when I made this vest, I was the other size. Wondering why this vest is a bit tight lately. I thought, aren't they supposed to stretch? Not when some of us stretch further than the vest. So I was wondering why it was a bit tight. I thought I made this one this size. Why, you know. When are you putting out your exercise favorites? I have been eating cakes too. Actually, that's actually not just my exercise favorites. That's my top 10 favorite channels on YouTube that are not crochet related. But one of them, I think at this stage, is an exercise one that will be number one at this stage. But I haven't decided yet. I have not decided yet, but there will be plenty of exercise ones there. I have to head off. Got to take some to work. Yes, 2 kids. Could catch you live. Sorry for missing Wednesday. Oh, don't be silly, darling. You know, I know you're busy, darling. I know you're busy, honey. We're all busy, hun. Sounds like you have some evil wardrobe gremlins. I know, right, Poppy? Like they sew up. That's what it is. Poppy's got it going. I've heard that before, actually. Someone else has said that. That's a cute thing to say, though, isn't it? Makes you feel better. But I have to work out. She says after she ate all those cakes last weekend. I think I had 3 cannolis and one. Yeah, it was only one of the little. They look like a little ice cream, but they're not. They're coated. They're Oh, I'm just looking outside. I thought someone was here. They're pastry, and inside the pastry is jam and cream. So, and then icing sugar on top. Oh, it's to die for. But it's the Italian cream, not the normal cream. It's the Italian stuff, like the custard, if you will. And it was to die for. Oh, gosh. And that's 4 cakes in just under 10 minutes. Straight down. And then I said, I don't know why I'm putting on all this weight. It's somebody else. Somebody else is doing it. Somebody else is making me fat. But I don't get fat. I just get fatter. All right, look, let's get off the subject of weight. How unfair is this? It's picking on me, on my live. Oh, wait, that's me picking on me. You guys aren't even doing it. And actually, to be fair, Fluffs, I haven't had Tim Tams in ages. And I stopped eating them because I thought they were the things making me put on weight, but it's all those yummy things that fall in my mouth as well. It's not the cake, it's all the food. They label healthy, that fruit and evil vegetable. But you know what? Funnily enough, carrots have a sugar in them. They say it's a healthy sugar, but they've got sugars. They tell you when you're diabetic to eat more sweet potatoes rather than the carrots because the sweet potatoes don't have sugar, which is weird. Love those Tim Tams. Yummy. I know, it's to die for. That's why I stopped buying them, because I thought the Tim Tams. Oh, you know what that thing is I'm seeing? It's a cat on the fence. Not my cat. She's in the backyard. Yeah, I'm watching this. It's going up and down. It's like a soldier. I got sidetracked. Yeah, so Tim Tams, they were to die for. So I literally only have them here when we have a party and we've got cakes and everything. I buy the Tim Tams as an excuse to put them out on the party, but they never go out at the party. Not that we have parties, but, you know, like get-togethers. They're not real parties. They're just when people come over and visit. Oh, I want to bring out all the cakes and hide the Tim Tams. And then the Tim Tams come out on the Monday thinking, would you look at that? I didn't bring out the Tim Tams. We'll have to eat them now. When I first did the Tim Tam slam on the video, my son was home. And I wanted to do the slam without him knowing that I'm eating Tim Tams. So I went like this. There's nobody home now. I was whispering. So I'm going to be the one trying the Tim Tams. My son was in the other room. Got a packet coming your way on Sunday. Right, Lynn. Well, you're going to have to sit there and help me eat them. There's no way I can eat them. I'm not allowed to. I'll still have 5. It's such an indulgence, isn't it? It's an indulgence that we shouldn't have. Should not have. But sometimes we need it. I mean, it's winter here. That's the excuse I'm using. And in fact, Melbourne's cold weather, so I'll just say it's winter all year round. So I get to have Tim Tams all year round. In fact, I have to be honest, in summer I can't eat Tim Tams. You don't like them? Oh, really? You might be the only Australian who doesn't like them. Tim Tam slams, yummy. If you're in the UK, Tim Tams are just like penguin bars. Oh, that's nice to know. If and when I ever get a passport, I want to come back to I've been in the UK before, but I haven't gone grocery shopping. But yeah, I've been in the UK. I actually liked, you know what I liked, what part I liked about the UK, which I find this very unusual because I pretty much like the same about it in Australia, the outskirts, way into the country areas where things are a little bit more subdued. People are a little bit more calmer. Everybody just works their own pace and everything's fine. But you get to the city and everybody's all over in the place. They're in your face, they're in your hair. It's like, oh, the people everywhere. What are Tim Tams, Carmen? Oh, Carmen, if you've never had one. If you ever win one of our surprises, when we do surprises / giveaways, if you ever win one of our surprises, I pop a packet of Tim Tams in every surprise. Now, what they are is our biscuit here, or our cookie from where you are. I think you're from over in the US. And it's covered in chocolate. It's like melts in your mouth. And what we do is we bite a corner on one end. They're rectangle, corner on one end, corner of the other. Then we put it on the side, put it in our coffee, and then drink our coffee. I was going to say the other word. Drink our coffee through it. Suck it through it like a straw. You drink the coffee or the tea or whatever it is, and like all that chocolate and coffee and everything else goes in your mouth. It's to die for. But that's only if you want it with coffee and tea. Just eating it by itself is to die for. It is a biscuit, a cookie. Yes, you're from the US. So you would not have tasted one, but if you was to win one of our surprises, you will taste one because I send them. It's a cookie sandwich coated in chocolate. Okay, we could call it that, Poppy. Actually, yes, we could call it that. It's rectangle. It's to die for, Carmen. It really is. But apparently the chocolate here, and this is something that I found recently because my daughter and her partner went over to Hawaii. It wasn't recent. It was a while back, maybe a year ago. I can't remember, or just under a year. And they brought a lot of American chocolate back with them. And the American chocolate and the Australian chocolate taste different, which I worked out. You want to win? Carmen, I think the next one doesn't happen for, what are we on? Does anyone know? Usually Middle tells me how many subscribers we are. I think we're 20,700. But I don't know. Someone look at my subscriber count for me. But I do them on milestone numbers. So the next one, thank you, Fluffy. Thanks, honey. So yes, we are at 27. Yeah. But the next one won't happen till 25,000. So it's a long way away. Having said that, I noticed the build up is very quick. Well, that is the problem. Chocolate from Hawaii. But they bought the American chocolate with them as well. They bought a lot of different chocolate from overseas, Elaine, and our chocolate tastes different from the US. Totally different. Wait until you taste these things. You will just die. We won't really die, but not really. Depends on how many you eat. Give yourself a heart attack. Don't do that. 27. Thanks, crazy poppy lady. So yeah, they are gorgeous. I love them. I love them so much. But that's why I haven't stocked them in the house recently, because of all the, the weight putting on. Oh, Fluffy says thumbs up. Thank you. Thumbs up doesn't cost you guys anything, and it does help the channel. And what it does is it shows YouTube that you still want to see the lives, that you still want to see more patterns coming up with all the yarn you see in the background and some of the yarns you don't see. So it shows YouTube that you still want to see more tutorials on the channel. So yeah, thumbs up is always a good thing, guys. It doesn't hurt anyone, and it does help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, which is good. And everything, we love free things. And we do love free, don't we? We love free on the channel. We always do like it. Let's get rid of that. Lots of messages. People are messaging me. And you know what? Actually, no, that's not true. People don't know I do my lives on Friday mornings, because this has only been a 4-week thing. And it's the last, I'm sorry, 5-week thing. And it's the last time we do a Friday live. So sad. We're going back to Saturday mornings though, 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time. Marry that up with your country. As of, not this weekend, next weekend. Yeah. Carmen also says thumbs up. Thank you so much. US is more artificial. Australia is more cocoa based. That's correct. So the melting point is higher. UK is more milk chocolate. I'm moving to UK because I like milk chocolate too. No, that's it. I'm moving to UK. That's fine. It's done. I don't know where I'll go. Lots of people there though. It'll have to be the outskirts. I don't do well in the city, which is why I live where I live here. I mean, we don't live that far from the city. Not really. If you're taking the car to the city from our house, it might be 17 minutes, the least, 20 minutes the most. And that's for the car. Train, you're looking at about 35 minutes by train. Bus takes a bit longer, obviously. But it's not that far from the city. But I refuse to live near the city. I don't like the noise. I don't like so many people in my face. But apparently it's been very quiet in the city recently. And I think it's because they've blocked off a lot of roads to the city because they're doing work on it. But it didn't realise how much that's going to affect people coming into the city. So they better fix that up very quickly. Well, the city is not going to have any business. Look, the city's great. I mean, I have to admit, the city is good in one thing. Like, they have things that we don't have locally. Lots of bistros, and I mean, we have bistros, but lots of bars and things. We don't have them around here. I don't do bars locally. There's got bistros and pubs, but not bars where you can just hang out and have a few drinks and have a chat with your friends, and there might be music in the background and bands playing. We don't have that locally. We just have pubs and bistros, that kind of thing. So it's totally different. Got to go work at 5 a.m. Have a good week. Elaine, we will see you soon. Thank you very much for joining us here on our live. Thank you so much. Actually, to be fair, I have to go too. Otherwise, I'm never going to get this vest out, as you know. Now, the vest, as you know, is this one right here. You will start to see this one come up today. If not, it might even come up on the weekend. I doubt it. But let's hope to get it out today. I hope to get it out today. I really do. There's 4 rows left, and then I need to start recording this part of it, the other side of the underarm. This is made in one piece all the way across. I've changed one skein there, yeah. So it's made in one piece all the way across. So very exciting that I won't be using all my skeins, because I need the other part of the skeins, the rest of the skein, to make the border row here. We are doing probably about a 2.5 centimetre, but don't quote me on it yet because I haven't measured it yet, of ribbing. I haven't measured. I've done them many times before. I've done 2 rows or 3 rows of ribbing, and we'll decide if the vest is a little loose. I tell you to do an extra row of ribbing. Yeah. If it's a little loose and you like it loose, then leave it at 2 rows of ribbing. If you find that even still it's too loose, do the 4 rows. It doesn't matter that your ribbing is bigger. But when you're doing ribbing here and you're doing it in front, the whole thing tends to really tighten up a little bit. So you'll have plenty of space for your ribbing. Yeah. All right. So I think, guys, I have talked enough. I'm going to head off and get this recording done for you so that, fingers crossed, I can have that uploaded tonight. Da, 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 da. That's a good song. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Do all the wonderful things that you guys already do for me. And thank you to the lovely Cara, who has chosen the color combination of our very next tutorial, which you will see Thursday week or Friday week or something like that. And again, if you are in Melbourne, head over to Pipeworks Market Saturday and Sunday between 8 and 4 p.m, 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. at 5 Dunstans Court, Thomastown, and check us out. Even if you don't want to purchase anything, pop over to the table, say hello, and, you know, don't cuddle me too much because I don't like it. But I will see everyone again. Don't you love it? I will see everyone again on Wednesdays live. Thank you for joining me. Ciao for now. Try to be good, hey? I know I say it all the time. Bye.